Hi everyone, this is Astrohype Pinkblackvivi. Welcome back to my channel. Today I will show you guys the easiest way to figure out your sun, your moon, and your rising sign. Just a simple technique. A lot of people nowadays, we know about the sun and just only that, but astrology is deeper and more than that. We need to know our moon and the rising sign in order to figure out the whole birth chart and to know more about ourselves, basically. So this is a very short video. I will just tell you the technical part, how to figure out your moon sign, rising sign, and then after you figured out your moon sign, rising sign, then you can come back to YouTube or whatever source, books, whatever. Even my videos before, I can make a lot of videos about the moon signs and the rising signs also, to describe your characteristic and what happened in your life based on your moon sign and your rising signs. But firstly, we have to know the technical part of it. We have to know where our moon sign, rising sign lands on, which side is that. So basically, the sun sign is the birth date. So everybody knows that they have 12 zodiac signs and 12 months of the year, and from which day to which day is which sign. So easier, you can see it anywhere. It's on paper, magazine, talk about horoscope and whatever. But the moon sign and rising sign, you have to know the place of birth and then the time of birth. So if you have just only have the place of birth, which is, I know everybody know where's you born, but the time of birth is a little bit harder. You have to take it from the birth certification, or if you don't have the time written on your birth certification, you have to ask your parents, ask your grandparents exact the time, or the other way to find your birth time is going to the astrologer and rectify your chart. But it's I don't think it's precise enough to rectify your chart. So if you don't have your birth time, so just take out the moon sign and Venus and Mars. So Venus is also important for male because it represents your girlfriend and your significant others, the spouse, the wife. And Mars is for the female boyfriend. And also Jupiter for women is the husband of the woman chart. So let me show you and guide you throughout the process to figure out your technically part about your moon sign, your rising sign, Venus and Mars. Okay, so let me share the screen and bring you guys to the chart. So firstly, this is my screen. So let me make my screen a little bit bigger here. Then okay, so firstly, you just looked up for, just type on Google, search the birth chart calculator. Then you go on birth chart calculator and it show a lot of website which you can go on and put on your information, your birthday, birthplace, and birth time in order to figure out the whole chart. So just go on the first one, the free astrology reports. I will put the link down on my description, so you don't have to go figure it out around. It's hard. So just scroll down my description and the birth chart, the link to the website will be there. So just click on that. And then you see the whole screen is about, you know, the information. So you don't need to put the name, just type on, but I usually don't put the name on it unless I have a customer clients ask me, but then I have my own software. So I don't use this. This one just for people who just into astrology, but it's not astrologer, because astrologers, we have our own websites. I'm sorry, just our own software. So the software is more precise. Okay, so he or she, they, whatever, don't care. But the most important thing is the birth time. So for example, some people born on the 2nd of January 2099, the 95. Okay, so whatever, I just put randomly information. So don't care about this. You just put on the day of your birth, month of your birth, and the year of your birth. And then this is the very important thing. This is the exact time of your birth. So it's just if you know exact the time of your birth, like I said, they have two officially ways to figure out the time of your birth. First, you need to check on your birth certificate. Usually we have the line next to our birthday and birthplace. Government, every country already put exact time when you born. But if you don't have, there's some people don't have, if you don't have there, the only way you have is go and ask around, officially your mother, your father, and other family members. Then you put here, for example, I just put it noon. So 12 noon, but you can like move around, like if you're born at 1 a.m., 2 a.m. and whatever. So I just put here 1 p.m. randomly, okay? It's a minute. So you just put on like 3 minutes, whatever. But if you don't know the time, you just click on the unknown time and they just come out randomly, the rising side. But the other things will obviously show you the moon and the Venus and the Mars, whatever. Then this is a birthplace. Enter the exact city. So I know that 99.9% people in the world will know where they're born. Where were we born, right? The birthplace, so to speak. So I just put New York randomly because I'm living in New York, right? So you see here, they will pull out when you type on the location, you're like the city, they pull out a lot of New York because New York in America have Florida, have Iowa, Kentucky, or whatever. But I live in New York City. So I just put them randomly, right? And then you scroll down here, submit. After you submit it, it's not natal chart report. So it's very general, you know, you can read from here, but it's nothing as I don't suggest to read from here because it's not really right. It's like 30% similar, but not exactly right. So then you scroll down and then you can see the whole thing. This is a very important, let me move myself here, sorry. Then this is very important thing you guys need to know. This is you guys' birth chart. If you don't have the birth time, sorry, so you cannot have the rising sign. The rising sign technically is the first line here, which is, I'm sorry, this is the rising sign. The ascendant, AKA rising sign, okay? Ascendant, AKA rising sign. So if you don't have birth time exact, you don't have this. You just have the other rest, and it's okay enough because you have your sun sign. Okay, the randomly chart information I just put and have the sun in Capricorn. You don't need to worry about the degree because the degree just for the astrologer to read their chart. You don't need to worry about the degree. Forget about it. Then you need the sun, the moon sign, okay? The moon sign is very important too. Like I said, the moon sign is your personality, your characteristic, and based on Vedic Indian astrology, this is very important because it shows your marriage life and marriage spouse and significant others, and can you get the fame and success in life, stuff like that. So it's important with Indian astrology, but not important much with the Western astrology, which is the astrology the US using nowadays, the Hellenistic or whatever, because the moon sign for us is just a personality, but you need to know about it. For me, I read for people, especially man chart, moon sign not even represented his mother, but represented his wife also. Because like I said, I am the astrologer that I combine everything. So I don't just go by one thing, Western, but I learn everything. I learn Indian astrology, numerology. I'm an astrologer with everything combined. So it's a different story here, but you just need to know the sun sign, the moon sign. So this randomly chart, have the moon in Gemini, and you don't need to know about the numbers. The numbers, you don't need to know about it. Then this is very important for male, man, boy, whatever. If you LGBT, so you just based on your gender, which one you go with. Okay, so if you are a male in LGBT, you know, you go here. If you considering you are male, go here. Okay, Venus is the female, firstly, and the wife, the girlfriend, significant other, exclusive relationship for a female, for a man chart, for people who considering themselves as male. Then for women, you guys go here in Mars. You see the Mars section. So Mars is represent the boyfriend in the exclusive boyfriend in relationship, long-term, but not the husband in woman chart. Then you go next for female is Jupiter. Jupiter, you see the side? So if you have your chart based on your birth time, birthday, and birthplace, then you have the Jupiter, and the Jupiter is the husband in the female chart. So if you female just like me, you go on, you click on everything that I show you, then you look, if you want to know about your husband, then look at Jupiter in Sagittarius. So, okay, so let me explain it. If you are male and you want to know about your wife and your girlfriend, look at here. So this randomly chart have Venus in Aquarius. Then this person, if he's a male or he's a LGBT, but considering his gender as a male, then his wife, his girlfriend will have the characteristic of Aquarius, or she will have Aquarius in her chart, either sun, moon, rising, or stellium. So basically, I see a lot of people who get into with the female who have the moon in Aquarius usually. But just know that you will have a wife if you are male, or considering you are male gender. Then if you have Venus in Aquarius, then you will get, most likely get a female who have Aquarius, sun, moon, and rising sign, or stellium. Stellium is you have a pact of planets in Aquarius, so to speak, right? And then if you are female or you are LGBT, but considering your gender as a female, then go here and watch the Mars. So the Mars size in this chart, this specifically chart in Capricorn, and Capricorn will be the person you are in relationship with, not the husband. The relationship, boyfriend exclusively, or the guys that you dating around, you know, have the sun, moon, rising sign in, or stellium in Capricorn. Okay, then if female gender or LGBT, but considering you are a female gender, look at the Jupiter. Okay, Jupiter, Sagittarius, right? But this is just a randomly chart. If your chart is different, it's different placement. It depends on each person chart, right? So then you will have the husband will have sun, moon, rising, or stellium in Sagittarius. But I don't say it 100%, everything I say right, but the percentage is very high. And I checked more than 1,000 charts of people already. And I did a lot of research throughout my 4 years practicing in astrology. I intensively doing charts for people, and I'm not really like doing YouTube or everything like that. I don't do creative thing because I want to focus on one subject only, because I want to do chart and read for people first. Then I will go ahead and do my YouTube and showing and teaching people, educate people about astrology for them to read for themselves. Now I feel confident and talk to you guys because I already know I have certain experiences in reading charts, and I this is just a side story of myself. I quit readings for seeing the pandemic started because I want to focusing on creating art. I love photography. I creating art throughout the pandemic to cope with my some of my anxiety and stuff like that. But moreover, I want to focusing on creating useful information, so to speak, to educate people to do their own chart, because that's my intention. Like I said, I want to bring knowledge to people. So thank you so much for this. This is very short video, just like that. And like I said, if you figured out your sun, moon, and Venus for male, which is show their significant other. So for example, this chart, this randomly chart have Venus in Aquarius. So basically, if this is a male chart for a male person or a man, right? So he gonna go and maybe do research about Aquarius woman, so to speak, So for example, this is a female chart. She want to know about her boyfriend or her husband. So she gonna go here and do research about Capricorn man, or go online, Google it, do YouTube. A lot of astrologer talk about it. Capricorn man, and you want to dig more deeper, you just look at the books, a Capricorn man and Sagittarius man. But I just want to remind some of the female audience to watch it. If you are a female, or you're considering yourself as a female gender in the LGBT, if the man come to your life and have, for example, specifically in this chart, right? If that male have Capricorn, sun, moon, and Sagittarius rising, for example, or vice versa, he has something in Sagittarius, sun, moon, or rising, and then he have Capricorn it, the percentages will be your significant others for the long term. For like husband is very high. I'm just letting you guys know. So combine these two for your husband. Okay. Okay. So thank you so much for listening. I just want to make it fast and quick. Then I hope I will come back really soon with you guys with another very interesting video in the future. And I wish you guys have a very Merry Christmas, I'm sorry, and Happy New Year. Bye.